All right, so quick recap. From the first week's training, we basically dove into the back end of the 360 site, and we explained how to set yourself up with a 360 site. Now what I'm going to get into today is all about customizing your 360 site. This is one of the most valuable parts of a 360 site, because it's not just to add your social media, it's to also give you the opportunity to add anything that you have in the world that you're related to or connected to. So I'm going to log into the back end of my 360 site right now. So give me just 1 second to log in. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you have bookmarked this login screen. If you notice, it isn't my360sites.com, it's actually my360sites.net/control. That is the actual login screen. But if you want to get to it, you can either go to your 360 site individually, and you can click on where it says My 360 Sites at the top, and that will take you to our My 360 Sites homepage, which I'll show you right now. And once you're on the my360sites.com, in the top left-hand corner, you're going to notice a button that says Log In. Once you click the login button, it will take you to this page, which is my360sites.net/control, which is the back end of our website for you to actually log in and control what's happening. So it's very important that you bookmark this page so that whenever you need to update something on your 360 site, you're not going through all the extra steps, you're going straight to log in. So if you haven't done that already, bookmark, everybody right now, bookmark my360sites.net/control on your computer. If you're on your cell phone, I'm going to show you how to do it if you're on your cell phone. We kind of talked about this last week. So what you do is same thing. Go to my360sites.com on your cell phone. Okay, let me let it load. Once you're on let me see if I can, let me do it this way actually. Hold on. Can you guys see that? Okay, so once you're on your 360 site, you click on the top and go to my360sites.com. All right, once it loads, give it a second. I got like 6 devices connected here. All right, there it's loaded. I don't know if you guys can see that in the TV. In the top right-hand corner, there's like a little 3 lines, and it drops down the menu. Then you see login, and it'll take you right to the login screen. This is the login screen that needs to be saved. Number 1, on your computer. Number 2, on your cell phone. How do you do that? On your cell phone, at the very bottom, there's a little arrow that has, let me see if you can see this, right there. A little arrow right there that says, pops up a menu and says add to home screen. If you don't have an Apple, there should be like a little 3 dots or something like that, and it'll say add to home screen. You want to add this button to your home screen, because whenever you want to update something, you'll be able to do it in just 1 click. In a few seconds, you're able to update your information. This is going to be very valuable when I start teaching you how to market yourself using a 360 site. Secondly, you want to save your actual 360 site as a bookmark on your computer, and the same thing, add button to home screen for the front end of your 360 site. Because if I'm ever talking to anyone and I want to talk about anything that I do, all I go is to my home page of my phone, and I have a folder that's called My 360 Sites. I have my login, and I have my actual website. And it's actually kind of cool to have a picture of yourself, like a little icon on your phone. And sometimes I just joke with people and I say, yeah, I have my own app, you know? And I just tell them it's my app. And then I say, no, I'm just kidding. It's My 360 site is how I connect with people. But they're really impressed because they see this button on your phone that looks like an app, and it has your picture on it, and you click on it and it opens up this page with all these buttons and connections to you. So it looks really cool and elevates your value. So with that being said, bookmark those 2 pages. All right,
quick question. Yeah, there was just a black screen just now on the screen. Is that what we were supposed to be seeing?
I don't think it was My360sites login, which is kind of dark. But
Right. That's what you were showing us, right? Was the
that's correct.
main.
All
Okay.
it says username and password for login. That's what you should be seeing.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Thanks.
Okay. So once you get logged in, whether it's through your computer or through your cell phone, it's completely up to you. This is what the back panel looks like. And now we're going to get into the customization of your 360 site. So the best way to do that is with the social media web links section, which is the second section. We click on that. Obviously, the first section is all about social medias. You have multiple social medias to choose from. If I missed any, if there's any social media that you happen to be on that I'm not aware of, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to add it there for you guys. In addition to that, below, this is the section I want to start focusing on, the web links. Many of you either already—
Just a second, Ray.
the
There is
second
one
section,
called aligned or alignable, since you asked.
alignable. Cheryl, can you write that down?
It's either
Alignable.
aligned or alignable, something like that. It's another social media
It's a
platform.
new social media. Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And if anybody else has, if you could just drop in the chat, if you can write whatever it is, if you could find me the exact name, that would be even better, and drop it in the chat before we hang up this call.
I'm going to try to research it as well. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for that. So the second section underneath social media and web links is the web links section. This is very valuable because, like I said, some of you already have or are working on a blog, a book, a download. Some of you have events. Maybe you're speaking at someone else's event that's not your own. You have a free gift that you offer to people. You have free tips, a landing page, photos, podcast, a presentation, a questionnaire, a report, a survey, videos, a vlog, or even an additional website. I want you to really think about what is something that I have, that you have out in the world that can be valuable to people. If it has a www in front of it, we can add it to your 360 site. So this is really useful for people who are looking to capture leads. This is really useful for people who are looking to promote their book, promote an event, or just get their personal brand more out into the world. So this web links section is already pre-made for you and gives you ideas of things that either you could be leveraging or maybe you might invent it. You might start working on one of these things. Now, the really, really, really exciting part is the last one below, which is the custom links section. We have given you up to 6 custom links. Obviously, if you have the professional membership, for those of you that have the basic or the advanced, this feature is not available. You have to have the professional membership. But if you do, you have the ability not only to create any link that you want, but any icon that you would like to have for your link. So I'm going to give an example. Some of my clients are realtors. And they basically, and I teach them to create a little icon that has a house. And in that house, it's underneath, it says listings. And there they can actually put their top 6 listings for their clients and use it as a value add. So what some of my clients do is they'll tell their top clients, look, not only are you in the MLS, not only are we doing the open houses, but I'm also personally promoting you on my platform. Yeah, I have you as one of my top 6 listings, which I use to promote. So if somebody is a realtor and someone asks them a question about their listings, it makes it so much easier for them to send them their top listings right off their 360 than to send them an email or send them a text message or all these other things, which are the way that they currently do it. And here's the other thing. Every single time you send someone to your 360 site to get one type of information or another, it's going to give you what's called maximum exposure. And the reason maximum exposure is so important is because it is a proven marketing statistic that it takes 7 to 12 exposures before someone makes a buying decision. So one of the main purposes why it's so important to use your 360 site on a daily basis is because it helps you get that brand exposure consistently over and over and over again. So when you look behind me, and obviously all my social medias are right there. So if somebody asks me, hey Ray, I'd like to learn about that upcoming event that you have, I'd say, great, go to my personal website, rayperez360.com, click on that button in the bottom left that says events, and you're gonna notice all 4 of my events are there. You obviously asked me about my speaking event, which is the first one, but I also have a networking event. I also have my brand in 2 days, and I have my marketing implementation bootcamp. I just cross-promoted 3 other events while someone asked me for one piece of information. Next thing you know, they end up going to my Facebook, they end up going to my Twitter, they end up going to watch my videos, whatever the case may be. They build more relationship with me, and this is what allows them to build that trust and connection and want to buy from me more than me trying to sell. And that's really the key of what we're doing here. So the custom section is very, very important because many of you have different things in your businesses, in your life, that are not specific to social media or to these web links. They're more specific to you. You have the opportunity to customize it however you like. And you can get really fun with it. If you're looking for an icon and we don't have it, once again, I ask you, just text support and say, hey guys, I was in the custom buttons. I was looking for a kangaroo for my business and I couldn't find a kangaroo. Could you guys add the icon? And if it makes sense to the community, I'll have my developers add it and it'll be there within a week. That's one of the things that I'm constantly doing. I'm always upgrading and making the 360 site even better. And I want to hear your feedback, which is also why we created the 360 site community on Facebook. And that's also the reason why this is a membership platform. I want everyone to understand that if someone buys a website, they're going to pay anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000, $10,000, depending how robust the website is. When we built this, I didn't want to charge people a lot of money up front to get started. And I wanted to make sure that everybody had the opportunity to constantly be getting upgraded with the next level technologies, because I know how things work. In 2 to 3 years, your website is obsolete and you need to go and revamp it. And if you don't, then you look like you have an old site and you're not effective. So then every couple years, you got to spend a couple $1,000s. So I said to myself, well, what if I divided that up into small payments and I gave everybody the opportunity to never ever have to pay again a large amount of money to upgrade their website? And that's the reason why My360 Sites is a membership instead of just a big upfront fee. It makes it easier for you. It brings you to be part of a community and it allows us to continue to feed each other and grow. Now, what I want to do is in this particular section of web links and custom icons, I want to ask anyone on the call right now if you have any questions or comments of this particular section before we move on. So if you want to just unmute yourself, introduce who you are and where you're from, and go ahead and ask a question or give a comment. We're going to take 5 minutes to do that. And not all at once.
Hi, I'll be the less shy one today. I'm Regina Ozoronsky.
Hey, Regina.
Hey, Ray.
Where are you
Thanks
from,
for doing
Regina?
this. So I'm out of Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, Miami Beach. And I was able to log in last week, but for some reason I can't right now. And I actually did purchase the domain through you guys. And I noticed that it's not, either I'm just not accessing it properly or it's not working. But would love some help on that.
So first question, which membership do you have?
I have the base.
Okay, that's the answer. You have to either have the advanced or the pro to be able to use a vanity URL.
Okay, so if I did purchase it, but I
You
haven't
own it.
upgraded.
You own the domain, it's yours, but it's not part of the package you currently have. Like, so you can't use a vanity URL with your package, even though you own the domain. I know it's kind of crazy, but.
Okay, good to know.
So that answers that. So if you wanted to upgrade, we can obviously do that for you, and you can go live with it in less than 24 hours. If you want to keep what you have, you just won't be able to use the vanity URL.
Okay.
Okay, and we can set that up right away for you.
Okay.
Cool. All right, thank you. Any other questions, comments?
Hi, Ray. This is Linda.
I'll say, Ray,
again.
you're fantastic.
All right, one at a time. Okay, so first we have Linda. Let's go with Linda first, and then the next person, all right? And thank you for that.
Yes,
by the way.
I just wanted to say that I double-checked my emails and that social media is definitely called Alignable.
Alignable. Thank you. Cheryl, please mark that down. We'll go ahead and have our team add that on there for you, Linda. Thank you. All right, who was the next person? Wow, we got a lot of people on there.
Lucila?
Lucila,
Yes.
how you doing? Where you calling from, Lucila?
Toronto.
All right, cool.
Yes. Just, I don't know. I have some questions about the setup because my website is it's not finished, and I have some questions, but I don't know who to go about the setup because I tried. I did the last week class, and it was very good. But then when I did it all on my own, I found some steps that I missed probably, and I see there is some things that are not functioning the way I thought it would be. So just wanted to ask about that.
All right, so that's a really good question.
I went through all the videos, but for some reason it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Some little things that I noticed.
All right, so hopefully I can answer that for you for everyone. But in the very top right-hand corner, if you guys see up here, it says need help, watch the videos, or you can call or text our support number.
Yeah.
So that's the number one thing I want everyone on this call to know, that you can watch our videos if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning. And if it's during business hours, you can either call or text our support number, and our team will be back and give you an answer in less than 24 hours. That's always the primary go-to place. But can you give me an example of one of the things that you're having a challenge on? Maybe it's something that someone else has a question on.
When I click on the picture on the top left side.
Nothing happens if you click that picture.
Oh, because last week when I went through that class, I noticed that there was an opportunity.
Are we talking about this picture on the screen right here?
No, I'm talking about the picture on when you open it on the phone.
Right here?
Yeah, there is one in the mobile version.
So good question. This entire section is linked to design control. Okay, we're going to get to that in just a second, but if you notice, the fourth button is called design control. Everything that is inside this section is linked to that picture right here in the top left.
That's what I did.
So what you have to do is you have to turn these on.
I did. I think I did.
Okay, and so let's do this right now. Let's do this for everybody. What's your domain?
LucilaPadilla360.com.
Okay. So let's do this so everybody can watch. And that's LUCIA.
LUCILA.
There we go. Okay. Let's go to design controls. All right. So on. You put the same you put the same picture twice, so you don't really need that. So we can just turn this one off because we don't need to have the same picture twice.
But
and
I thought I was downloading a video.
So let's just be clear. You basically uploaded the same picture 4 times in different places. So let's go look at your site.
Yeah.
Take a look at your site first. And there, you see it says Meet Lucia. You click on it. There's your digital business card because I turned the other one off. And there it is.
But it doesn't have my contact info.
This isn't the contact info. The contact info is once you go into mobile and you click the contact button. So once you go into a mobile mode, for example, like
if I downloaded a video on that and on the one that you turn on, the one that is on, there is a videos actually.
Okay, but what's your question, Lucia? Because all your stuff is there. So what's your question?
What I understood when I in the class last week, I believe there was if you click in that picture, there was a video. So I downloaded a video in that in the back end of the website.
No, there is no video in this section. There's a video pop-up in the design controls, which is called your ad banner, which is right here. So you can change this from video to image, and this will be a pop-up on your website. So this will turn it off because currently you don't have anything right now, but you can have a pop-up that is either a video or an image through this section here that pops up on your screen.
Okay, probably that's the one that I thought I was doing. Okay.
Yep, absolutely. Well, good question. Thank you for asking that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, one more question. Does anybody have one more question or comment? No? Nobody?
Well, I have another question, but I can go through I don't remember the exact questions right now.
Well, maybe I'll answer it as we continue. Does anybody else have a question or comment before we move on?
I do.
Yes, shoot. Who's this?
Shanna Ricker.
Hey, where you calling from?
Hey, Huntington Beach. You inspired me. Your 360 is amazing. Anybody who may be sitting on the fence, I said it once, I'll say it again. Fabulous. Go for it.
Awesome. And you're literally on the beach. I love that, Shannon.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we are going to move on to the next section of how to customize your 360 site. So we talked about the actual buttons, how to customize your buttons, but now I want to discuss how to customize your contact. Meaning when you're in mobile mode, like behind me right there, and someone clicks that contact button, you got multiple options of how they can contact you. So I'm going to teach you how to reorganize and strategize how to use this most effectively. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, which form of communication is my preference, is your preference? Would you prefer for them to call you? Do you prefer for them to text you? Do you prefer for them to WhatsApp you, send you an email? Which one is your best preference of communication? Because we want to structure this from the top to the bottom of your primary way you would like to be communicated. So in my particular situation, my favorite and primary form of communication is text message. That's number one. So if you notice, for me, it's going to say send text as number one. Number two is going to say WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is my second preference when it comes to connection. Number three is call. And if you notice, my call says call office. Now I'm going to let everybody on this call in on a little secret. My call office still calls my cell phone, but nobody knows that because it says call office. So guess what? Almost nobody ever calls the office because they don't want to call the office. They'd rather call your cell phone. But I choose not to let people know that my cell phone is out into the world. So technically I am hiding in plain sight and almost no one ever calls me unless they really have to. What they do is they end up texting me or they end up WhatsApping me, which is the way that I want to be communicated. So if you're like me and you want people to communicate via text or WhatsApp opposed to calling, number one, make sure the call description is set to call office, even if it's your cell phone. Now, the way to restructure how you want things to pop up is right here where it says phone 1, phone 2, and phone 3. Every single one of these gives you the three options: call, text, and WhatsApp. But depending which one you select, they're in order. Phone number 1 gives you all those options first. Phone number 2 is second, phone number 3 is third. So the way I structured it is I took the exact same phone number and I put it in phone number 1, and I put call no call to that number. I put text and I put WhatsApp, which made them go to the top. Then I went to the next one and I said call yes, call office, which made that one come up next. And that's how you can restructure your order. Let's say you have two phones. One is call office and one is direct. Whichever one you want to come first, put it in number 2. Whichever one you want to come next, put it in number 3. And keep the order that way to rearrange how it's listed. Does that make sense to everyone? Does anybody have any questions? Is that confusing in any way? Unmute yourself and ask. No?
Hi,
Take
Ray?
it. Yes?
Hi, it's Robin.
Hey, Robin.
So I don't know if this is a separate issue, but I just checked on my site and my contact link doesn't seem to work.
Are you on your phone
Uh,
or on your computer?
so I'm watching you on my iPad and I have my site open on my phone.
Okay, so what happens when you click your contact button?
So it says contact Robin Reiner, and then it says call mobile, send text, send email, Facebook Messenger. And
Perfect.
if I click on any of those, oh, now it works.
Robin, what? Robin?
Oh,
What's it?
no, you know, it seems to be working now. That's really weird. It
Oh,
wasn't
well,
working
I'm
a
going
minute ago.
to address that for everybody. So this
Oh.
is really important. I want you to understand I created the platform and the technology, but I don't own the cell phone towers, I don't own Wi-Fi, and I don't own the cellular companies. So I use my 360 site every single day. So I've had pretty much every situation that could ever possibly happen. Sometimes the internet connection or the cellular connection drops for a second, and then something won't work. That's what my development team has explained to me.
Okay.
There's
Yeah, now it's
nothing
working.
we, so if this happens, so everybody listen, this is so important, and thank you for bringing this up, Robin. If for whatever reason something doesn't work, something goes to a page that says it can be found or some weird stuff, refresh and do it again. Because I guarantee you all it was a split second of internet connection failure, and then it doesn't connect and you miss it. Just click refresh, let it reload, and sure enough, just like it did for you, Robin, it's going to work.
Great. Thank you.
Now, do you have saved contact on yours, Robin?
Save contact?
At the very bottom. Can I use you as an example? Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to open up your 360 site. And I'm happy to do this for anybody on the call from now and the next 2 trainings. If you ever want, I will customize your site for you as an example, and we'll just knock it all in one shot. So there's Robin. We're going to go to contact methods, okay? And we're going to scroll down, and you're going to notice at the very bottom, it says save contact vCard. You currently have it turned off. So you are actually missing out on one of the best tools that we've upgraded My360 sites with. And now I know I have like what, 50 people on this call. Some of you came in a year ago. Some of you guys came in 2 months ago. I've been upgrading the 360 site every single month. So there might be some new features that when you originally signed on didn't exist.
Yeah,
but
that's probably
now,
what it was.
so I'm almost guaranteed that this was a situation. So Robin, if I may, I'm going to turn on your contact card. We're going to pick which email would you like them to use. Your Robin at Peacock Chalk or Robin at Gmail, 63 at Gmail. Which one?
I don't know. Which would you recommend? I mean, the Peacock Chalk is my
That's the one
business.
I would recommend that one.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the other thing that's new, and I want everyone to pay close attention to this. Do you see the section where it says email and it's turned on? You have currently 2 emails, but you have to select this little button and turn it green so this pops up in your contact button. So this is something that's new because we noticed that some people had multiple emails and they wanted to change it sometimes, and we wanted to make it really simple for you. So let's say you're at an event and you're like, you know what? I just want to use my Gmail. All you do is log in, you click this, click save, and now it's your Gmail.
Oh.
So right now, if you click on your contact button, you're going to notice that email is now there also, and it's your Gmail.
Okay.
Okay, now phone number, what do we want to call this phone number? Now this is your contact card. Understand, everyone, this section that says save contact card, this is the actual downloadable V card to go into people's cell phones. This is your photo, your expert title, your 360 site, your phone number, your email, your address, everything that someone would want. In less than 10 seconds, they can download it into their phone from this button. This is the coolest feature, and I'm actually going to show it right now in just a second, but I want to finish yours first. So,
Okay.
Address for your contact card. I always recommend that if you don't want to put your full address, at least put your city, state, zip, and country. Now, some people like me will give their full address. I just don't give my unit number, but I give my full address anyway because I'm okay with people knowing where I live. So
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
Well, because because it's a direct selling, is it not a good idea? Like people can't come to my.
I'm going to stop you right there. This has nothing to do with your business. This is you, Robin. What's your contact?
Oh, okay. 19 Heritage Drive.
Okay. So 19 Heritage Drive. Okay. City?
Tewksbury.
Can you spell that?
TEWKSBURY.
State?
Massachusetts.
That's MA, correct?
Yep.
All right. Zip?
01876.
So if anyone who's watching this hasn't done this already, you need to be doing this. Fill out which email, which phone number, what type, and your address. If you don't want to put your full address, at least put the city, state, zip, and country. Very important so that when people download your contact card, they feel that it's a full, complete 100% contact card. So I'm going to click save, and I'm actually going to go to your 360 site, visit. Here we go. It's going to refresh. There it is, coming up. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to go into mobile mode, and the contact card now at the very bottom has save contact. Now, Facebook Messenger, and you have the email. You have call, text, send email, Facebook Messenger. Does this mean you do not have WhatsApp or you don't communicate through WhatsApp?
That's one that you have to pay a monthly fee
Nope,
for, correct?
it's free.
Oh.
WhatsApp is free.
I'm just not that familiar with WhatsApp, how it works.
So everyone on this call, I'm speaking to Robin, but I'm speaking to you. Download WhatsApp. It's free. It's an amazing platform for communication. I use it for business a lot. Initially, I used it for anyone that's international because it gives you free long distance calls and texting. It's almost like what we used to use Skype back in the day for. So you can immediately, and you can text local people as well. And the one thing I really love about WhatsApp, it saves all the documents, the links, and everything you've sent. So for business purposes, this is very valuable. Because if I sent you something 5 months ago, I can go into our WhatsApp chat, I can click the little menu option, and it's going to say docs, links, or images. I click on links, and I can find a link I sent you 3 months ago right inside of our chat, like if it's a little file cabinet. So I highly recommend everyone to download WhatsApp and link it to your phone number and add it to your 360 site, because there's a good amount of people who are international. If you ever meet someone at a trade show, a seminar, a workshop, and they're from the UK or they're from Australia and they want to connect with you, they're gonna most likely 98% of the time be using WhatsApp. And if you don't have WhatsApp available, it's hard for them to connect with you. Does that make sense?
Sure. Is that true of Canada?
There's a same, it's for anywhere in the world. WhatsApp is used for anywhere in the world. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Sounds good then. Yeah.
Okay. So I also turned on your Facebook Messenger. If you notice, Facebook Messenger will allow you to use any Facebook profile you've added to your 360 site. I'll give you an example. If you're like me, you have a personal page, you have a fan page, and you have a company page. All three of these pages can be contacted through Messenger on Facebook. We give you the option to pick which one do you prefer to be contacted with when they click the button that says Messenger. So in your case, I see you have the Peacock and you have your personal. Which one is your preference? If someone says, I want to message Robin, where do you want it to go?
Probably, well, that's the thing is, are they messaging me about my business, or are they messaging me?
Good question. Again, I'm glad you keep doing this. Guys, this is always about you.
Okay.
You are the one that takes them to the business.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Okay.
They don't call the business, they call you, and then you discuss whatever your business is, or businesses for those serial entrepreneurs who are like me and have 5 different businesses. It always comes through me. So it's always going to go through you, Robin.
Oh, okay. Then the one that's selected then.
Perfect. I was going to do it anyway, but I wanted you to get the answer, right? That's how
Thank
I
you.
teach.
So then going back to the V card, should the email be my personal one instead of my business one?
That just depends on how you want to come off to people. I always want you to look the most professional that you possibly can.
Yep. Okay.
I want them to connect. I want them to connect directly with you, but when they see you, I want you to be seen as the highest, most professional possibility that there is.
Right. And so having my own website makes me look more professional than a Gmail.
100%. One of the things that we talk about during the Brand in 2 Days, no one is ever allowed to go through my Brand in 2 Days program and put on their branding a Gmail, a Yahoo, an AOL, anything that is not their company or their name. It's not allowed. You can't go through. I won't do it. I won't do it. And a little side note for everybody. The highest form of credibility when it comes to email is your personal name.
Yeah.
So if you owned your fullname.com, that would be the highest credibility. And here's the cool part. It doesn't matter how many businesses you have. It's your email, it's your domain, it's you. So you can be marketing 10 different businesses. Your email with your name is always your email. It's not this business, that business. So I always recommend, if you haven't done it, purchase your domain name. Own your name and create an email, forward it to your Gmail, to your Yahoo, to whatever you use. I don't care if you use these platforms. I only care that what the world sees of who you are is the highest credibility possible. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay, now the last part of this section, since we're on it, right in the middle, you see the calendar, okay?
Yep.
For those of you that don't have a calendar app yet, I'm urging you, get a calendar scheduling app. It changes your life. It changes how you do business. And most importantly, it changes the perception that people you meet have of you. And I don't mean this just in business. I mean this as anyone who's a human being who meets you goes through my calendar, because that's how I operate. I operate off of a calendar because I'm an organized person. And if someone
your time is valuable.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's the key. The key is once you understand that your time is valuable, you start operating as if my time is valuable. Therefore, you would not waste your time just letting people call you whenever they want. And these are one of those things that you eventually get. And then when you understand it, it's almost like when you remember what your mom used to always say, don't do this. And then finally you become an adult and it happens and you're like, shit, I remember mom was right. Damn it. Like it's the same thing. Once you start realizing how valuable your time is, and that you can't let people just call you whenever they want, or just book, and you don't book your own calendar anymore, it transforms the way you operate. And that energy, that vibe goes out into the universe, and human beings feel that. They feel that you are playing at a higher level. This isn't something that is explainable. It is something that is experienced. And when you get to that, you will experience it also. So I encourage everyone, if you don't have a calendar, I've given it to you. It says, click here for your free trial. It's not my software. I don't own it. I do have a little affiliate thing. I think I get like $3. So it's nothing crazy, but it's the one that I personally use. So if anyone has ever scheduled an appointment with me, you know how on point my entire system is. This is the one I use. It's $27 a month, and I think it gives you 2 users. So I always tell people, your husband, your wife, a partner, even a friend, hey, let's split this, let's do $17 each or whatever it is a month, and let's have our calendar so we'll never have to worry about appointments. And the moment you have it, you'll drop in the link, you'll turn that on, and that's it. People can book appointments right through your 360 site.
So it uses two, so you can use 2 users. Like my son lives in Germany. Is that so he can use it too?
Anywhere in the world.
Great. All right.
He can have his own calendar, and you can have your own calendar, and you guys can split it, or you just buy it for him. But I'm telling you, for less than $1 a day, there's no secretary, there's no amount of time that is worth more than having this system for your business, hands down. And if you guys do enroll in it, make sure you let them know that you were referred by me, because they personally know me. I've sent them so many clients. Every branding client has this because it's mandatory. If you have questions on how to set it up, again, reach out to the support number, talk to my team, and they'll help you, give you some scripts of what we use to make it more effective, okay?
Great. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Robin. Okay, so I'm going to jump out of your profile. I'm going to go back to mine. All right, here we go. Perfect. Ring. There we go. All right. So we did contact method. We did social media and web links. Now we're going to go to website and videos. Okay. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Websites and videos. Now, how do we leverage this? Some of you on this call are like me and have multiple websites, but some don't even have one website. So how do you leverage this section? So number one, I want you to think, have you ever been involved with any type of organization, any type of event, any type of something that has a website? Let's say, for example, it's a sports league. Let's say it's a nonprofit organization that you support. Maybe it's your church. Maybe, I don't know, there's so many different things that we are involved with in the world. If you're connected to it, you can add their link to your site. You can promote your church. You can promote your community center. You can promote someone who's doing big things in the world and you want to share their message. Heck, you guys can promote me if you want. Put my brand in 2 days website. Put My360 sites on your site. But the idea is you're not limited to your own personal websites. For example, some people are part of the National Speakers Association. If you have a profile on their website, take the URL of that profile and add it to your 360 site. Let's say, for example, you were honored with an award by some company and they have a website and they did an article about you. Well, take the URL and add that to there. Anything that you're connected to, anything that you support, anything that you're a part of in the world, bring it to here, because the 360 site is not intended to be a business tool, even though it is highly leveraged for the purpose of business. This is a connection tool. This is a relationship building tool. And as I teach to all my clients, to all my events, the faster you build a relationship, the faster you get people to connect with you and like you and feel love through all the things that you're involved in the world, the more likely, the quicker they're going to do business with you. They're going to promote you and they're going to share you with the world. So please don't look at this as, oh, this is my business marketing tool. No, it is not. You can leverage it for value in your business. This is a relationship building platform to connect with the world. use it that way, and trust me, you'll get more people to become raving fans, you'll build more relationships, and that will eventually lead to serving more people and getting more business. Does that make sense for everyone?
That's a great idea, because actually I just recently joined an organization called Polka Dot Powerhouse.
Perfect.
I don't know if you've heard of it, and it's
Nope.
it's
like
all it's all based on it's a women's group, and it's all relationship marketing based on exactly what you say, that people do business with people they know, like, and trust, and
Yes.
it's based on an actual a sisterhood of friends, but also doing business with each other. So
Yes.
I'm definitely going to add that.
100%. And anyone that you love and support. So a lot of my clients that have been through my Brand in 2 Days, they put my Brand in 2 Days website on their 360 site. And because this is what happens. People ask them, wow, that branding looks great. Where did you get it? They're like, yeah, go see my branding guide. Go to my 360 site, click on websites, and click on the one that says Brand in 2 Days. And I teach them this because it goes back to exposures. If someone asked you, hey, I love this 360 site platform, I would not tell you to send them to my360sites.com. I would tell you to send them to your 360 site and then click to go see the My360 Sites website. If someone asks you about your branding, don't send them to brandin2days.com. Send them to your 360 site and have them click websites, and then they go to Brand in 2 Days, because you always want to get maximum exposure. You need to put yourself in front of people's faces constantly so they get to know, like, and trust you, and then you can take them in any other direction that you want. I live by this. No one has ever had a meeting with me and asked me a question and I didn't send them to my 360 sites. You can ask me anything. I will always send you to my 360 sites first. I will make sure that you get exposure to my brand. I will say a few things that I will teach you in the next upcoming third training. I will say certain things to seed and plant, and then I will take them to the information that they asked for. This is so valuable to understand, because if you're not doing this, you're not leveraging the power of this platform. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to move on to the next section that's called videos. Now, I understand not everybody's got a whole plethora of videos like I do. Some people don't even have one video. So this is what I'm going to encourage you all to do. Pull out your phone, the smartphone, open up the video camera. I don't care if you hold it selfie style or if you get someone to hold it or if you get yourself a selfie stick. And I want you to welcome people. Say, hi, welcome to RayPerez360.com. I'm Ray Perez. I'm so glad to connect with you. Feel free to connect on any of my social medias. Call, text, email me. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Upload it to YouTube or Vimeo or whatever's your preference and platform, and add that video right here. People need to be able to meet you before they meet you. Video is the most powerful tool. They can see you, they can hear you, they can experience who you are through the power of video. If you do not have a video, please do not let this week end without shooting a quick introduction video. Obviously, the more professional you make it, the better, but something is better than nothing. Please shoot something and put it out there. Now, for those of you that do have videos or have been featured on other people's videos, all you got to do is go to YouTube, copy the link, and paste it right there. And then in the title section, put something that's a description. Describe what the video is about. Now, there is a limitation. There's a limitation to a total of 12 characters. And the reason there's a limitation of 12 characters is because on mobile, you're not going to be able, it's going to push everything and it's going to mess up how it looks on a cell phone. So this is, and remember something, for those of you guys with the big phones, not everybody has these big devices. Some people still have an iPhone 5 and an iPhone 6 and a little baby so what they see on their screen is not what you see on this giant thing that we have. So it's really important to understand that we're thinking of everybody in the world how they're going to be experiencing you. That's why we've limited. So for example, testimonials. So just see, it says testimonial because I can't fit the S. Okay. So does anyone have questions when it comes to your websites, your videos, or creating this reach of different platforms to your 360 site?
I have a question. That video that I uploaded was in that actually in that part, and it's showing me that it's not available.
All right, so let's go do a check. Now, I say this with love to everyone, but most of the time it's something called user error. Does everybody know what that means?
Yeah.
No.
All right, let's go check it out.
I don't know what to do.
Let's go see what we got here, Lucia. All right. Can I take control, Lucia?
Yes.
Now, really quick, I'm going to use this as an example since it's on the screen. We've created a safeguard in My360 sites. So just in case someone like myself, an admin, is updating your profile and you're in it, we always have this pop-up message to make sure people know to let the person know or request access before taking control, because we don't want you to lose anything that you're working on. So if you ever see something like this and it says somebody is working on your site, please call the support number and say, hey, I'm just logged in. I want to take control, but I want to make sure you guys are done. It will automatically log you out after like an hour or two. So most of the time you don't have to work on it, but you're in it right now. I'm about to take control. We don't want to lose anything. So I'm going to take control now. I'm going to log in. We're going to go into your websites and videos. We're scrolling down. Is this this first one, your realtor one?
Video one. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in the URL, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good idea. Mm-hmm.
There's the video. Perfect. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to your site.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, where am I? Right here. I'm going to go to visit. Okay. Now, did everybody see what I did? You see here at the bottom, it says preview, visit, and save. I just click visit and it takes me right to her site. I'm going to click that play video. There's video number one, the realtor, and there it is.
It is working now because I was trying that in my phone and it was not working. And
You
then,
want to try it right now while we're on the call? Make sure it is working, because sometimes I just have that special touch, you know?
Let me
All right.
refresh it.
Perfect. All right.
It's working now.
That's it. That's why you're on the webinar. Okay. Any other questions about the websites or the videos? Anybody?
I have a question about the videos, Ray.
Okay, Linda?
Yeah. I'm with a network marketing company, and I would really like to be able to download the video from the company and put it on my 360 site. And this has proved to be very technically challenging for me. I do not know how to do this.
Okay, so that's a question a little bit out of my scope of my 360 sites, but I'm going to try to help you with it anyway. Is the company's link or web page connected to your 360 site currently?
Not really.
Okay, so let's do that
This is the way
first.
I want to connect it.
All right, so let's see if I can help you with this. Let's go to Linda. And Linda's obviously done all the branding. She's done everything, so she's a total rock star. And she's involved. She's a serial entrepreneur. She has so many different things. Okay, so we got Meet Linda. So let's look at the front end of your site. Okay. Look at this. Beautiful. All right. So let's see video. So video number one should be there you go. Perfect. That's your introduction video. That's important. Video number two is not working. Okay, so we're going to fix video number two. So let's go back.
That's what I tried to do. I tried to put it in that number 2 spot.
Okay, so This is actually really good. I'm glad you're asking this question. So I want everybody to pay close attention to this. If you notice, she added a website link. She did not add a YouTube or Vimeo or Wistia. And if you read under every single section, it tells you what to do. This says add up to 3 videos to promote and market yourself or business. Must be YouTube, Vimeo, or Wistia. These are video hosting platforms. You cannot put a web address in this section. That's the reason it's not working. So let's take this website, let's open it, and let's see what we're looking at. And this is actually probably a great thing to do for everybody else if anybody's in this situation. Okay, so this is your basic landing page, all right? Is this landing page connected somewhere else on your website, on your 360?
Not really. I don't think so.
Perfect. So
I
we're gonna
want
do
this
that
to
right
be
now.
the connection.
So I'll give you an example. Do you notice here where it says websites, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is blank?
Yeah.
So here we go. What we're going to do custom. We're going to custom title it. I'm going to paste the URL, and this one's called. What is it called?
This one is called DNA Formula.
Okay, so DNA Formula. I'm going to click Save. I'm going back to your site. I'm going to click Refresh. Now, on the right-hand side, does everybody see where it says website? I'm going to click website, and do you notice at the bottom, it now says DNA Formula. I just added that. The moment I click on that, it takes them right to her page. So that's it. Now it's connected to your website.
Oh, I just realized I do have a connection in the website number 3 spot. But what I would really like to have is the video from the website. Now I'm told that it's on YouTube.
Okay, so let's
be a way to download it from YouTube and then
okay,
upload it to my account.
So let's do this. Number 1, let's go to YouTube. And this is how every single one of you could do this. If there was a website on somebody else's platform and you want that website, the first thing we're going to go is to YouTube. Then we're going to search whatever it's called. What is this thing called?
Euphoria Science.
So I'm going to search on YouTube, Euphoria Science. Euphoria.
Uforia. Yeah. One word. I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Okay.
There's their
Yeah.
YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Is that the video?
Well, I could use that video. It's not exactly the one I had in mind.
Well, here you go. I mean, is this the one? Your body has never experienced something like this before? 1 minute?
Yeah.
So I would assume is this the video?
Now, that's not exactly the one it looks like.
So this is what I'm going to recommend to you. I want you to go through this whole thing because they got a lot of videos. Let's find the best one that they have, or the one, and then we're going to click like this. We're going to go share, copy. I'm going to go back to yours. I'm going to paste this. Now, what do you want me to call it? DNA Formula?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to click save. I'm going to go back to your 360 site. I'm going to click refresh. Now I'm going to click your play button. Video number 2. Boom. There's your DNA Formula. And as quickly
but
as
you
I
just
did
put
that,
this in the number 1 spot. We wanted it in the number 2 spot.
it is in the number 2 spot. I just clicked it. I'm
Oh.
just really fast. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, meet Linda Ray is number one, which is the most important. They got to connect with you first. And number two is this one.
Yeah, Ray is Jimmy John's. He goes super fast.
I'm sometimes too fast. I will admit that. So yes. And now, do you see how I did this in less than a couple seconds? So let's say tonight you're searching through their YouTube channel and you find the exact video that you want. All you do is copy the URL. And the way to do that, everyone, I just want you to see, when you find the video, I'll just use this one as an example. If you look on, and this is the same thing for Vimeo, right here where it says share, you guys see where it says share? You click on that, and it's gonna give you a link right here at the bottom to copy. This is the link that once you copy it, you paste it right in the URL. You click, you name it, whatever is a descriptive title, you click save, and you're done. That is how My360 sites work. It's paste, save, put a title, and you're done. Nothing else. It's super easy, and you can change it in the moment. What I mean by that, let's say, for example, Linda, I'm going to use you as an example. You're going to an event, and in this particular event, you want to talk about your coaching and your consulting services. You're not really wanting to promote the DNA formula at this current moment in this event. You would log in here, you would find a different video, you'd swap out that link, and you'd be coaching services video, testimonial video. You'd click save, you've pasted, and then you'd, welcome everybody. My name is Linda Ray, and I'm a life mastery consultant. What I'd love to do is have you guys watch this quick video. Please pull out your cell phones, go to lindaray360.com. You're gonna see a little flashing play button, click on that, and watch video number 2. That's it. When the event is over, you log in, you swap it back, you click save, and you're done. This is what I mean by you can use your 360 site as a marketing tool, not just a connection tool. You should be adding, removing, and updating links on a daily basis. If you're not, you're really not marketing yourself. This is the one central location for you to share who you are with the world. You should be using your 360 site on a daily basis. If you're not, I'm telling you, you are not effectively marketing yourself. This is the most powerful tool. And if you need to reach out to me, if you need to reach out to my team and say, hey, I'm just not getting how to use this on a daily basis, trust me, I will give you 10 things that you can do right away to get you implemented. And again, next week, I'll be diving in even further on how to leverage the power of a 360 site. So what I'm gonna do for you is, I noticed that you have this formula.feel euphoria, and then you have this other one, which is the youmustsee.net. So I'm gonna leave these two here so you have both of them on your website, okay?
Okay. There's one problem with this 360 video as it stands. It's generic from the YouTube, from the company's website, and it doesn't have my tag on it. Generally, things have to have a prefix with my word on it so that it's associated with me.
So in this particular case, and this goes for everybody, in this particular case, when they go to play this video, right here in video number 2, it's just a video. It's not taking them anywhere. There's no link tracking. It's just a video, and they're gonna be watching it on their phone through your site. They're not gonna leave your site. So when they're done watching it, they're gonna come right back to your 360 site. Does that make sense?
Okay.
For this video. Now, for the other one that you shared with me, that one for the website, you need to let me know if this website here that says youmustsee.net/NIQ5KA, is this your code?
No, that's not my code. I guess my code is wrapped in there.
I'm just saying, confirm whatever your link is and make sure that that's it. If not, just replace it and fix it. Okay?
That is.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Then you're all set.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
make sure to save everything. Perfect. Okay, so that, now one last thing. This little section, I just changed it for you. This video CTA. CTA stands for call to action. This is important. So this little video CTA is what goes underneath the video play button. So I just changed yours to play video because I want them to play the video. So we really want to tell them exactly what to do. Before it said life mastery consultant, but that's not giving anybody a call to action. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
So I just changed it, and I just want everyone to be aware that you can make this custom and say whatever you want, but I encourage you to use one of the call to actions, play video, learn more, click here, because you want to tell them to do it because that's the most important thing. All right?
Okay.
So any other questions when it comes to the websites and video sections on how to customize this?
Ray, Nikki.
Nikki!
What's up, boss?
Where are you calling in from, Nikki?
T.O., Toronto, the Big Smoke.
Big T.O. What's up, buddy? Wait, today I had a great interview on Nikki's podcast. You guys got to check it out. Where can they go to hear the podcast interview, Nikki?
As soon as it's out, brother, I'm going to share it with you, and we'll give it to everybody, all right?
All right, and we're going to add the podcast link on your
Facebook, too.
And we're going to add the podcast link on your 360 as well, correct?
100%. Well, you put the podcast link on mine, but we'll put your show on the 360 specifically. How about that?
Love it. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you.
All right, so question. I'm going tonight to an event. I've been told there'll be somewhere between 40 and 50 execs there, plus I got to meet a guy that I told you about, right? So what do I do? How do I use the site tonight when I get there? Because they're all going to ask me for my business card.
Okay, so this is a great question, and I wasn't gonna get into this till the next meeting, but since you're going to an event, I'm gonna do it anyway. So the number one thing and the most important part when you get into any meeting, any connection with person, the number one question you want to be able to ask them before they ask you is, do you have a business card? Okay.
Okay.
This is your trigger question. The reason we ask them, do you have a business card, is because whether they do or whether they don't, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you my digital information, and then you're going to tell them to open up their phone and go to Nikki360.com. And then I very casually say, you're going to love this. This is really cool. And then once it opens up, and I'll demonstrate it, and I'll even demonstrate it with yours, Nikki360. So it's very important that this happens on their cell phone, okay? So and Nikki actually has one of the pop-up banners. His pop-up banner is for his webinar, the 3 simple strategies to get 5 new clients fast. Claim your spot now. So people can click on this. So when they land on this, what typically I would say is, oh, that's my webinar. You definitely should check that out later. And then I say, go ahead and exit out. Now, if I know that I'm specifically going to an event where I'm going to meet a lot of people, I'm going to log into my back office and I'm going to turn off this banner because it's going to slow down the process of you connecting with people. Does this make sense?
Yep.
So I'm going to do that for you right now since I have you on the line. I'm going to look you up. Nikki, there we go.
Where is the banner? Which section is it in, just so I know for myself?
Can I take control?
Yeah, go ahead, take control.
Okay, so this banner, because it's visual, it's in the design controls. So once I get to design controls, the third little section, as you guys can see in my screen, says add banner. I'm going to turn that off only for tonight because we know that Nikki's about to go to an event where he's going to meet a lot of people, and we don't want the extra distraction of the pop-up when he's trying to connect and download people's contact information into their phone. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refresh, and there we go. There's Nikki's 360 site without the pop-up banner. So the first thing we're going to do is when the person has this open on their cell phone, you're going to tell them this exact statement. This is My360 site. It's one of the coolest platforms I just learned about. You can actually connect with me on any of my social medias later if you want. You can even watch some videos about me and check out my podcast. But what I want you to do is click that contact button. you're going to notice that you can text me, you can WhatsApp me, you can call me, send me an email, all these different ways. But what I want you to do is scroll to the bottom and click the Save Contact button. Once you do that, you're going to be able to download, because see at the very bottom it says download. You're going to click download and you're going to click open in contacts. Okay? Contacts.
Nice.
Once that happens, this will pop up. Now here's the last piece of the puzzle. They have to click save. Once they click save, there's your picture, there's your phone number, there's your email, your 360 site, address, all in their phone in less than 10 seconds. Now, what's going to happen is this. They're going to be wowed. It's never, ever, ever happened where people are like, oh, that's ridiculous. Never. Every single person is like, holy shit, how did you do that? And this is the key to having a 360 site. If you're the one person that has a way to connect with people that nobody else has, and you're not doing the same thing that every other person's doing, you all of a sudden have created a conversation out of the pure fact that you are an innovator, you are a trendsetter, and that you're smart as shit. That makes the difference in building relationships with people. Because it doesn't matter what you do, you're clearly someone that is up to something bigger in the world because you're not like everybody else. And at that point in time, obviously you kick it off into whatever conversation and direction you want.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Love it.
Now, one more thing. I always like to, the moment they're on this page, on their cell phone, I like to tell them to click message and then send me a text message with your full name and your best email so I can save you into my contacts. Now, I don't care if they gave you a business card. That makes absolutely no difference. I put the business card in my pocket. The moment I look at it, I put it in my pocket because I'm not going to sit there later and type their information. Let them send me their name with their best email so I can save it into my contacts. I'm going to click copy, save, paste, and I'm done. And the last piece of the puzzle is this. I put my hand on their shoulder. I click the little camera button and I turn it into selfie mode. I put my hand on their shoulder. I hold out the phone and I say, smile. And I take the picture. And then I instantly send it to them. The reason I do that is because now I have their photo in my phone. They already have your photo, so we don't have to worry about that. But how the heck are you going to remember 10 people that you just met at this event, what they look like? It's not going to happen. This is the most important piece of the puzzle. And don't ask them if you can do it. Everybody knows what a selfie is in this world. You put your hand on their shoulder, stick out your arm, and you put it in selfie mode, and you just say this word, smile. And you just smile, and nobody will ever not do it. It's never, ever, ever failed, and I've done this 1,000 times.
Huge, 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 man. Huge, huge, huge. Wow. Big. This is big, Ray. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Nikki. You're so welcome. Okay. Any other questions before I move on to the last section for the night? And again, if you need help on your site, if you want anything updated, this is your opportunity to take, just like Nikki did. Anybody?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Ray. This is Doris. I have
Hey,
not
Doris.
yet set up, how are you? And I would like to. I have not yet set up my site on the 360 as of yet.
Okay. I'll have my team follow up with you, Doris.
Okay. So, would you say you have someone to call me?
Yes, I'll have my team follow up with you tomorrow, and we'll have you live in 24 hours.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Doris.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else? Any questions, comments?
Great training, by the way. Yeah, very great training. I'm
Thank you. Bless
excited
you.
about getting after watching this tonight.
And now, speaking of that, Doris, if for whatever reason you missed the first week's training, when we send the replay video, you will have both week 1 and week 2 inside the replay. So when you receive that email and you click on it, you'll be able to watch this exact one, and you will be able to watch last week's. And then next week, we're going to get in a little bit deeper with marketing strategies. Kind of what I dove in with Nikki. I'm going to teach you how to do this on social media. I'm going to teach you how to do this through Facebook Lives, how to do this on a talk show, how to do this on a radio show, a podcast. I did it with Nikki this morning. I made sure I plugged myself. I made sure I plugged him. There's so many ways to start leveraging this from a marketing perspective. So if there is no more questions, and if there is, go ahead and just unmute yourself and shout out. But I'm going to move on to the last part because we're almost at our end time. So,
Right.
Yes.
Just a quick question. If you're going to a conference, as an example, and people have like a QR code with a scanner, how would you recommend doing it? Just use your iPhone to scan their code and then download it as a contact?
Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to have your own QR code if you don't have it already. Now,
I do have it.
You do have it. Okay, perfect. Because that's something we're going to be discussing next week. So for me, for example, I have a QR code on my 360 site. Actually, you know what? Let's use Nikki because he has a QR code as well. Now, I want everyone on this call to understand only iPhone and some of the latest Androids have it built in. So
Right.
you have to be observant of what type of cell phone the person has. Otherwise, you kind of look silly because it doesn't work. So if the person has an iPhone, then we don't need to tell them to go to your website. You should have in the top left of your phone where it has your little icon, your face, you should have a pop-up that says a QR code. So I'm going to, oh, Nikki, you don't have a QR code. We got to make you a QR code, brother. Okay, so in my example, QR code.
Sounds good.
And for any of you guys, let me see. Let me stop share, and let me do this. If you have your iPhone, go ahead and open up your camera, and hold your camera. Don't take a picture. Just hold up your camera against the screen, and let it focus in. There should be a drop down that comes from the very top that shows My360 site. Just hold it up. Make sure it focuses. Don't take a picture, just hold it there, and from the very top, there should be a drop-down that links you to My360 site. If the person has an iPhone, you open up your QR code, and all you do is tell them, you want to see something cool? Open up your camera on your phone. And that is like the #1 line. The best line ever is to say, you want to see something cool? Nobody has ever said, no, I don't want to see something cool. In my life, nobody's ever said no. So you just say, hey, do you want to see something cool? And be a little bit excited and emotional. You're going to show them something that's going to blow their minds. And then say, okay, what kind of phone do you have? You have an iPhone? Okay, perfect. Open up your camera. And then you open up your QR code and you just hold it. And you just hold and just focus their thing on it. The moment you see the little drop down from the top, just tell them to click on it. Most people do not see the drop down. They're not even aware because they've never seen this technology. So you're literally way above their level when you're doing this. And that's valuable because you're going to wow them. And the moment you wow them, then they hold you to a higher level of credibility, a higher level of importance, because you're someone that's doing something in the world that nobody else is doing. So the moment they scan it and they click on it, it should take them right to your 360 site. The moment it gets to your 360 site, then you follow the steps that I just showed you with Nikki.
Great. Thank you, Ray.
So welcome.
Hi, Ray. It's Selma. I still having the same issue that I had when I saw at Raymond's function. Even though I pointed out my phone to your, it just comes up but doesn't show all your website.
Okay, so let's check it out. Let's go to your site. It's Selma 360.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I had never seen that situation in my life before. So
Still
let's
the same problem.
All right, so on my phone, Selma, okay, you got a little pop-up, got it with your business card. Now, what's the problem? What do I need to click on?
So when I try to get yours, it doesn't show all the icons like it's showing right now on mine. On your phone will show mine, but on mine doesn't show.
I'm going to give you a recommendation, okay?
Yeah.
And I say this with love, and I'm probably saying this to several other people on this call.
Okay.
Get a new cell phone.
But this is a new one.
Get a brand new one. It's the cell phone problem. I've never ever seen that.
This is a brand new phone.
Trade it in, tell them that you're having a problem. Like actually go into the store and look, I'm having an issue here. What's going on? And see if they trade it out. Try it on their cell phone, try it on other phones and say, look, what's going on here? Because I'm telling you, I've done this a million times. And if I knew of another situation, I would say, Selma, I've seen this happen. But you're the only person out of thousands of people that I've ever seen it. So I'm going to say it's something with that particular phone. Take it to the store, tell them, can they swap it out? Show them what's going on. It's definitely going to be the phone.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Yes. No.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. So we are just about at our time. So I'm gonna wrap up the training. We're gonna continue and take things to the next level for week 3, same time, 5:30 p.m. Even though I will be on the West Coast, I will be in Las Vegas. So Tyler, I'll see you over there next Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Before we wrap up, does anyone want to say any final comments or share anything about their experience with the 360 site? I want to just give you a few minutes before we wrap up. No? Okay, great. Then I want to announce that right now, because it's 7 o'clock, we have my video marketing director and partner who's done all my amazing videos. He's about to do a webinar about the power of video marketing to explode sales in your business. It literally starts right now. So Cheryl, if you can drop in the link to that webinar, if you could drop in the link inside this chat, if you guys want to join, I tried emailing you. I don't know if you received it, but if you didn't and you got another 45 minutes, it's going to be amazing. It's all about video marketing for your business. So Cheryl, if you could, oh, she dropped it in there already. You guys can just click that. You guys can click that link, join Julian, and he's going to wow you with how to use video to explode sales in your business. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Click on that link, and I'll be on his webinar as well, supporting him. So thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.